How y'all doing, guys? This is the Kimber Custom 2 1911 45 caliber, of course. This one. Check to see if it's loaded, pull it out, check down the barrel, fire off in a safe direction. Now, I've never taken this gun apart before. Well, I did actually take it apart before this video, but I've never taken this 1911 apart before that. It's a friend of mine. He probably needed to clean it months and months ago, but never did. So I thought I'd take it home and clean it for him since he let me use it. So first thing I do, and let me know if I'm doing this wrong in the comments, but push down right here. And be careful because the spring will shoot out, which I've learned. So get that spring out, that little retainer that was right here. And then makes it easier to push back to where not this notch, but that little notch lines up right there. Because when you push on this side, right there, pulls this forward. That's why you need the notch, because that holds this in place. So it comes out right there where that little notch is. So once you get that out, the whole thing slides forward. And then you can remove whichever one of these comes out easiest. Remove that. Oh, I never have removed this barrel. We're definitely learning together now. Okay, so that has a little notch on it right here. So when you turn it like that, it'll slide in, and then when you turn it forward, it locks in place. So that comes out like that. And I'm guessing this barrel will slide out the front. There we go. Okay, so that's it in a nutshell. Like I said, I've never taken this gun apart, and now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not sure I ever took a 1911 apart. I owned one for a while. I owned two for a while, so I guess I never cleaned them. Must have used them and then sold them. But you can see how dirty this gun is. We've put a lot of rounds through this gun as well. And you can't tell because it's black, but there is a lot of soot on there. The reason I wanted to clean this gun is because you can see surface rust starting to form. I'm hoping a lot of that will come off with the wire brush. So let's get to it. So as usual, I start with this or whatever. A little bit of this rem oil. Cleans, protects against corrosion, Now it really doesn't take corrosion off, it just protects against corrosion. I'm just using this to kind of break up some of the soot on there. If y'all haven't seen my video, just made a quick review video basically of these. I get these from AutoZone. It comes in a 3-pack for $6. I like it because it has this end here. Basically, it's a $2 brush and works really well. And then a free used toothbrush also works good, especially for getting down in little areas like that. I never throw away a toothbrush. It always goes into my toolbox afterwards. A little bit of crud stuck right there where the bullet gets ejected. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Just a quick. Now I use the brass because it really won't mess up the finish, but I still try to keep away from the finish. It shouldn't scratch the finish, but you never know. There could be a little chunk of something on there that's sharp, scratches the finish. So I try to keep it right in that area, just cleaning where the slide goes. And see how it does on this little bit of surface rust here. And it seems to be taking it off pretty well. Let me know in the comments. I was thinking about going live on some of these videos. I think it'd be good for y'all if y'all could ask questions while I'm doing this. There's not much to it. Well, I think there's not much to it, but I have noticed that, people just starting out shooting have questions that I would think were simple, but as the saying goes, there are no stupid questions. If you don't know something, ask. That's the only way you're going to learn. I started off shooting very young. I was lucky. I'm lucky I live in Texas. So most of what I know I've learned from old timers and other people that I've shot with. Some of it I've had to learn the hard way. But that's the great thing about having platforms like this. Y'all don't really have to learn the hard way. Y'all can learn from other people who've done it. And you can teach people. Use your knowledge to, oh, this is 45. I don't think I have a 45 snake. Okay, I don't have a 45 snake. So we're gonna have to go old school with this. Okay, so I don't have a snake for a 45. I'll have to get one. It's pretty damn thick. So So that's just a wire brush. Has some lint or something on it, but that's just a wire brush. Which does the job great. And then I'll run the snake through just to clean off any residual oil there. Okay, so let's see how this turns out. So we got off a lot of that surface rust there. Looks a lot better. So let's see here. Got a little bit of crud on here. Just a tiny bit of surface rust on here. Now this is the outside, but it had a little bit of something there. I don't think it was rust, but it looked a little bit like rust. But yeah, just clean the edges of that, clean that. Let's see, clean. This looks fairly clean. I'm just gonna do the outside because I'm sure there's a little bit of that, I call it soot, I don't know what it's called, but gunpowder residue. Okay, so everything's wire brushed. I'm gonna go through and clean everything to the best of our abilities. Now a lot of people use a microfiber cloth for this. I like just these regular old dish towels, like hand washing towels, because they have these long bristles, able to get down in those slides and those hard to reach areas. Kind of shove it up in there, get all that. It's almost time to change this towel out. It's getting pretty filthy. Like I said, on this particular gun, not really sure what I'm doing. I'm just kind of, I know how to clean a gun, but when I took it apart, I'm not sure if that's the way you take it apart or not. If you guys that got these 45s and you love them, let me know in the comment if there's an easier way to do it. And there's some crud right there. I don't know if y'all can see that. That's not the light. It's quite a bit. I'm not sure what that is. But let's see if we can get that off. Like I said, I really don't like to use this on the outside, especially on a gun that's not mine. Mar the outside, some people get angry. Oh, that seemed to come off. So that's why I like these wire brushes. It doesn't scratch the finish, gets off what it needs to. If you see here, there's something right there. I don't know, it kind of looks like a little surface rust. doesn't come off with the nail too easy, so use the wire brush. And see, takes it off, doesn't scratch the surface. That's why I use a brass brush, not a steel brush. Brass is much softer, won't mar the surface. So let's see here, that's all clean, that's all clean. So reassembly time. And like I said before, I'm not sure if I'm doing this right, but y'all let me know in the comments. So light coating the oil on the barrel, on the slide. Put that back in there. On here. Line that up like that. I'm going to go like that. Okay. Now for the coil spring guide. I always call these like retainers, spring retainers, but this is actually a 1911 maintenance mat here. Coil spring guide. Coil spring guide plug. One thing to note, the spring doesn't have a flat end on this side. It stops. This side does have a flat side. So I did take it out like this. On here, both ends just end like this, but this actually has a flat side, and this is how it came out. So that's how I'll put it back together. Oh. Make sure this little round piece is down towards the barrel. I'm gonna put this back together once I get the slide on and everything. Okay, so I'm just trying to line up the barrel there. So if y'all see, let me do that again for y'all. So once you get all these things lined up, that little bit right there has to be lined up with, let's see, this right here. Then you can slide this in and slide it down this way, so that little tension spring there hits there, and then push up and down, slides right into place. So then all we have left is this coil spring. Now be careful, because when I took this apart before, this spring did shoot off twice. So get it in there on that first lip, and then get it down that second lip. Put it in place so everything lines up real nice. And that's basically it. Still looks like a little surface rust there, but it's a whole lot better than it was. So once I get everything back together like this, so I found that this rim oil, it doesn't hurt the wood, it doesn't hurt your composite material. I'm not sure about rubber. It doesn't say anything about rubber, like as you've seen on one of my other videos for that that pad. I actually have it right here. That's a buffer pad out of a Mac 10. I'm not sure if it's the oil interacting with the rubber, but this is basically like a gummy bear. So watch that video if you haven't. It's, well, I wouldn't say interesting, but it's informative. So once you clean everything, it does feel a little bit smoother. So that's the Kimber 1911, tear down and clean, put back together. Hopefully this helps y'all in what y'all are doing. And like I said, if I'm not doing it right, please let me know what I could do differently in the comments. And as usual, have a great day.